It's the first full budget of this administration, and expectedly, nothing is left to chance. The proposal had been sent to the National Assembly and several meetings held between the lawmakers and the executives to iron out the grey areas. On D-Day, however, it's a full house as lawmakers from both chambers as well as the ministers fill up every available space. At exactly 10 o'clock, the president walks in with some of his aides, and that signifies the beginning of the business of the day. The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, sets the tone by aligning the lawmakers with the wishes and aspirations of Nigerians. He promises a speedy passage of the budget.
On the budget, we are willing and ready to provide the scrutiny necessary to pass only a budget that can be implemented comprehensively. We are ready to move swiftly and speedily to pass the 2016 appropriation bill, the swift passage of medium-term expenditure framework, and the fiscal strategic paper already points to our commitment and our resolve towards this.
President Buhari, in a speech that lasted about 30 minutes, summarizes his administration's spending plans for the year 2016. And it's one with lots of firsts. Capital expenditure is up by 9% for the first time in several years. Increased credit to women and the introduction of a welfare program are just some of the areas the president touched in his speech.
As we focus on inclusive growth, we are conscious of the current rate of unemployment and underemployment. This is a challenge we are determined to meet, as this budget is a platform for putting more Nigerians to work. I can assure you that this administration will have a job creation focus in every aspect of the execution of this budget. Nigeria's job creation drive will be private sector led. We will encourage this by a reduction in tax rates for smaller businesses, as well as subsidized funding for priority sectors such as agriculture and solid minerals. As an emergency measure to address the chronic shortage of teachers in public schools across the country, we also will partner with state and local governments to recruit, train, and deploy 500,000 unemployed graduates and NCE holders.
And then sectoral allocations. The president takes his time to explain the rationale for the allocation to the critical sectors of the economy.
We will devote a significant portion of our current expenditure to institutions that provide government services. We will spend 369.6 billion in education, 294.5 billion in defense, 221.7 billion in health, and 145.3 billion in the Ministry of Interior. This will ensure our teachers, armed forces personnel, doctors, nurses, policemen, firefighters, prison service officers, and many more critical service providers are paid competitively and on time. I know many people will say, we heard this before. Indeed, trust in government, due to the abuse and negligence of the past, is at all-time low. This means we must go back to basics. Our actions will speak for us.
All in all, the president and indeed his entire team appear to have their jobs well cut out.
In a box. Yes, the document is being presented.
Nigerians are hopeful that this budget will deliver on the administration's mantra of change. A change that should be visible in the standard of living and the general quality of life of the average Nigerian.